I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the Board of Park Commissioners of the Wilmette Park District for Monday, August 11th, 2025. It's 7:33 p.m. We have a roll call, please?
Commissioner KOSLOSKUS.
Here.
Commissioner Duffy.
Present.
Commissioner Goebel.
Here.
Commissioner Clark.
Here.
Commissioner Murdoch.
Here.
Commissioner Frazier.
Here.
Commissioner Leahy.
Here. Have a roll quorum, all that fun stuff. The consent agenda, item 2.0. Can I have a motion, please? Someone to step up. I didn't
I
assign
move to
them.
approve the consent agenda of the August 11th, 2025 regular meeting of the Board of Park Commissioners, a copy of which is to be attached to and become a permanent part of the minutes of this meeting.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
Everyone did. May I have a roll call, please?
Commissioner KOSLOSKUS.
Yes.
Commissioner Duffy.
Yes.
Commissioner Goebel.
Yes.
Commissioner Clark.
Yes.
Commissioner Murdoch.
Yes.
Commissioner Frazier.
Yes.
Commissioner Leahy.
Yes. Motion is
is
approved.
approved.
That's yours to say. Communications and correspondence. We had a light packet. Is there any additional at this time? None?
Everything I received was in the packet.
Thank you, Julia. Moving on to item 4.0, public comment and recognition of visitors.
That's all.
We had a committee of the whole before I was speaking. If you plan to address the board tonight, we ask that you please come up to the podium and speak into the microphone. Each speaker will have up to 3 minutes. We will notify when you have 1 minute remaining, 30 seconds remaining, and we are out of time by holding up a sign and giving a verbal cue. Everything said during the meeting is recorded and broadcasted live on Channel 6. Please note that the full policy for public comment is printed on page 3 of the meeting packet and explains the procedures the board adheres to in order to maintain a respectful and efficient meeting. The purpose of public comment is for the public to share their comments and/or concerns with the board. Due to time constraints of our business meeting, there's not time for dialogue. When possible, the board will address questions at the end of the meeting. If you have specific questions, a specific question that is not addressed, please email the executive director. I'd like to remind everyone that we are a community of neighbors, and as such, we want our meetings to be as civil and courteous as possible. So I have 3 names on the public comment list: Alan, Heather, and Walter. Is there anyone else that would like to speak? Then Alan, you have the microphone.
Alan Golden, 2516 Laurel Lane. I'd like to make a couple of comments about the fact that I really think that the sailing beach is running very well this summer. It's clean. The beach has been kept very, very clean. The staff has been extremely helpful. Those of us who are getting older and we can't push our boats down to the beach by ourselves anymore. I hate to admit that. The only thing I would like to continue to comment about, and I've brought this up before, is most of us believe that staff needs to be a little more proactive in ensuring that no one is in the water in front of the boats. It shouldn't be up to us to be telling people to, and we explain it, why you should not be in the water, because it's really dangerous. If anyone were down there over the weekend, we had gusts to 30 knots. All the bruises, yes, I'm covered in bruises from sailing on Friday and Saturday. Fabulous sailing, but it was very dangerous to be anywhere near the water because boats were coming in very quickly. These are 16 to 18 foot boats, and they will come 16 to 18 feet up off the beach. So again, whether you have someone walk the beach every 15 minutes or the person in the tower occasionally looks down the beach, gets on the radio and sends someone down, this is my #1 safety issue at the beach. So thank you for your time.
Thank you. Heather Oliver.
I wrote down my notes. Hi. Well, first I'm going to do my concern and then my positive. So my concern is that I have been down at Gilson and your speaker, I'm very bad with direction. The speaker by the volleyball court faces towards Evanston, so it doesn't face towards Kenilworth. And last year I brought this up because there was we were supposed to clear the beach and no one could hear when they were playing volleyball. And I happened to be on the beach on Sunday when you were trying to clear the beach for lightning. And again, no one can hear. So I don't know if you guys can have 2 speakers, how you can address this, but nobody could hear you. I would also consider when I was at the beach that not everyone spoke English. So when you guys were speaking in English to clear the beach, not everyone understood. So I don't know if there are different protocols that can be followed to ensure that everyone is safe when you need to clear the beach for safety reasons. So now I would like to talk about, I would like to extend my gratitude to all the Park District Commissioners for your time, dedication, and service to our village. I would like to warmly welcome Chris
Thank you.
as an executive director. It's a good community and a tough community. I first met Kara serving on the Wilmette Foundation Board when she volunteered at the Wilmette Beach Bash. From the beginning, I was impressed by her intelligence, professionalism, leadership, and strong ethical standards. During her tenure, Kara led the development of the first strategic plan in the history of the Wilmette Park District. She implemented enhanced board member trainings and became the first commissioner in our district to receive the IAPD Distinguished Board Member Award. I think I have that correct. She guided the board with strength and dignity through the lawsuit brought by the estate of a former employee. She led the executive search committee that resulted in the hiring of our new executive director. I also commend her transparency in announcing her resignation, which is a stark difference to how previous departures have happened in the past, while procedurally correct left the community with a few questions. Kara's contribution as both a commissioner and a board president have set a high standard for all current and future commissioners. She will be greatly missed, and her legacy of integrity, leadership, and vision will continue to benefit the Wilmette Park District for years to come. So thank you for your service.
Thank you, Heather. Walter Keats.
Walter Keats. So I was gone for a while, but I hadn't been down to the beach, and my wife and I on Sunday went down first we started Langdon, and I was just really impressed. I mean, the hut is there, everything is on there. It just looks wonderful to me. So, I mean, maybe somebody's still complaining, but I think it was a hell of a good job. Then we went down to the Gilson. We didn't go to Gilson because Gilson's Gilson, but we went to the South Beach and the Cove and stuff. And again, I thought it was fantastic. I mean, I thought the rope thing is great, looks great. There's signs on there that say why you shouldn't be crossing there because you're trying to save the dunes. The different entrance points were pretty clear and all that. People were there. The guards were all friendly, knowledgeable. I mean, I was standing there watching as people came in, and it was really impressive. I was down at the Cove, and there was some gentleman speaking some Slavic language, and he wanted to go in the water, and they pointed out he couldn't do that with his little granddaughter. And they used the phone, the Google Translate, which relates a little to what this lady was suggesting too, that's a problem. If you got a lot of people who are not English speakers, what are you going to do? I was also on the South Beach. There were some Spanish-speaking people, and I heard him talking about el baño, which means the bathroom. And so but when you look, there's no signs. You know, if you're at Gilson, you've got a bath, but down there's no signs to sort of say, you know, baths this way kind of thing, because they're closed. So anyway, that's something to think about, to add something like that. I thought the snow fences, I mean, they really pushed them back into the dunes and the bushes. I mean, they're fairly unobtrusive. I mean, I thought they did a hell of a job. I mean, you guys did a hell of a job, so you can take credit for it.
Yeah, thanks.
So anyway, so I think those were the main things there. The dog beach still, somebody's got to do something about that gate. It's not right, but anyway. And then certainly we want to thank Kara again, too. I think she's done a fantastic job, so we'll miss you. Thank you.
Thank you, Walter. Thank you. Is there any more public comment? All right, seeing none, we're going to move on. Number 5.0, agenda item 5.0. 5.1, Executive Director Report.
Okay, I'm going to start off with an IAPD legislative update that we had come through on August 5th, which has split the competitive bidding thresholds. So now they have split supplies and materials and work from the public bidding threshold. So the number for work remains the same at $30,000 for public bidding, but the threshold for supplies and materials moved to $60,000. And that's a great move for parks in general because that allows us to get more competitive bids. As soon as you get into a public bidding process, that tends to drive the cost up. And so this will allow us to stretch the tax dollars a little bit further.
Chris, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but before you go on, so if we go to bid for a project that the total project cost is over $30,000, are we able to break out the supplies and materials from labor, or does that still fall under the $30,000 threshold?
There are some circumstances where we're able to pull work out. It just has to be within the spirit of the law, and so being careful not to skirt around the intent of the law. And so there are situations where that can be really helpful, along with purchasing contracts. Like we can buy playgrounds and surfacing and stuff like that for our big playground projects, and then hire a contractor to install it. So that does give us a little bit of latitude there.
All right.
We're expecting to see the work number
Yeah.
move. Unfortunately, it did not, and that is where we're seeing the largest cost increases. So I think by this little bit of movement that it's coming. I know that our legislators are working on it.
Thank you for clarifying that for me.
Okay, moving on. Just an update, we have an IRS notice for the 2016 tax year filings. The IRS contends that for tax year 2016, that the district did not timely file our 1095 statement indicating employer health coverage. Staff is working to resolve this matter, and we will be utilizing tax and legal counsel for this, and the board will be kept up to date should there be any extra effort or penalties as a part of this. IRS notice, this was before staff that's currently here was working here, and we're working through it now, and so not a lot to give you at this point, but just wanted to let you know that this is something that's in front of us. All right, and then Commissioner Residency Investigation. I've got a statement here to read. After hearing questions raised in the community about Commissioner Murdoch's residency, the district hired the law firm Ansel Glink to conduct an independent investigation. Ansel Glink reported that based on the totality of its investigation, it found Murdoch's answers to be credible. It also collected information from public records and many other sources. Overall, Ansel Glink concluded that a court would more likely find Murdoch retains his residency in Wilmette and remains qualified to serve as a park commissioner. Ansel Glink also says that they do not recommend any further pursuit in this matter at this time based on the information that they were able to review. We're excited to put this behind us and close out the investigation. Early fall registration went smoothly. Just an update that we had a positive turnout for the Fall 1 registration, resident registration with tomorrow actually will be the non-resident early fall registration kicking off. Staff did a great job being available, answering questions, and helping people through logging in new accounts and things like that. And then more exciting news this Saturday, we had a water main break at Centennial. Unfortunately, we had to close the facility, and staff did a great job clearing the pool deck, clearing the facility of all the patrons that were there so that we could secure the building and have the contractor who showed up late morning. A local contractor came, did great work. They worked throughout the day and ended up fixing the pipe and backfilling around 11 o'clock Saturday night, and we were able to get the pool back open Sunday morning. So little disruption. Big thank you to staff who was there all day. Matt was amazing on our parks team, and just wanted to mention that. I have a couple quick little notes that weren't in here that have come up quick. Kara, we've gotten the confirmation later today that you are going to be leaving on the distinctive board member status. So congratulations, it's official. We got an email later today from IAPD, so congratulations on that. That is no small feat. Yeah, I know. And then lastly, something about water. The golf, at the golf course, we have 2 wells that serve irrigation for the golf course. We just found out this afternoon that we have a piece of one of our pumps is down, and so this is a an emergency procurement process that we're going to go through, and we're working with a contractor to finalize that number, and we'll be moving forward with that work. If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to.
Chris, certainly an exciting couple days over the weekend with the water main break. You'd mentioned, and I appreciate the fast response of staff. It occurs to me, is there any way we could work with the village to help have the public works services available to us? I'm sure others are thinking this too.
Yep,
But it seems
absolutely.
like something that here and perhaps the golf course could benefit from
Yep.
their resources.
Yeah, I think always partnering with our other governmental bodies and utilizing all of the equipment and skill sets that we have is something that we should always be moving forward with. Josh and I have already talked about this as well, and he's going to have a conversation with Public Works team that he works with already on a number of issues, and see how we can leverage their services as well to help save on scale.
Great.
I've got a couple of comments and a question. First off, on the comment, Chris, welcome. I think we're all very excited to have you here, and so I'm glad to see you here. A quick question on the IRS issue. Obviously, this predates all of us and the staff. How long have we been aware of it, and do we have any idea what the potential liability would be?
Yeah, so I found out about a week into my role here, and we still didn't truly understand the breadth of the situation because the penalty is applied to an incorrect number of staff that wouldn't have received that, and without having staff here that were here when this was done, we're trying to track down the information to prove that we filed. I mean, we have no recollection of anyone filing a complaint or reaching back out to us saying, hey, we didn't get the 1095, which leads us to believe that it was done, as it's been done every single year since. And so that's what we're working through, trying to get more info from them. Obviously, Sheila's been working on it diligently. She has tons of documentation to show that it's not a lack of follow-up on the Park District side. And so getting feedback out of them has been difficult, I think. And I know that Sheila's been working really hard to get some answers out of them. And we're just at a point where we really need to engage in a tax attorney to help push this.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. And then on the residency thing, I mean, the statement is what it is. I had a conversation with Adam Simon, several conversations with Adam Simon, the lead attorney from Ansel Glick, and he had originally indicated that they weren't going to they were just hired to do an investigation. So he indicated they weren't going to make any recommendations. They weren't going to come to any conclusions. So, I mean, I guess for lawyer speak, it sounds like it's pretty definitive. But again, at the end of the day, they were hired simply to gather information. So I guess my question for my colleagues is, if anyone has any concern, I mean, let's talk about it, let's deal with it. That otherwise, I agree, I would like to consider the matter closed, but if there's any doubt, then let's deal with it. Otherwise, as you said, let's move on.
I mean, I think the board supports the determination, and we can consider the matter closed. I've heard no different from anyone else.
Great.
All right, Parks and Planning. Superintendent Wallace.
Good evening. Just wanted to start off with Gilson. The 2 stop signs on Upper Drive have been installed, so those are up. We're still waiting on our contractor to finish some small punch list items at Gilson, in addition to Gawalt Hamilton to complete the as-builts and close out the permits with the village and the MWRD. At Langdon, the project is progressing well. It's near the finish line. There's a few small punch list items that need to be completed at the guard hut, and our contractor's currently working on. We've met on site last week. I met with the contractor that did the work for the landscape, specifically along the hill, to just talk about some of the rework that needs to be done. They've committed to doing that work this fall. I also wanted to point out the natives that took really well near the guard hut. Those look really beautiful. I was out there the other day, saw a lot of pollinators out there, so that project is looking really, really good. Staff is currently working on we're doing the construction side as far as making the fence, the sail fence over there. And our plan is to install that within the month over at Langdon. Hibbert Park, that project is also progressing well. They're doing a lot of work out there. We've got the upright posts behind home plate. The shade structures are up, and the intent is the contractor is planning to move over to start working on the playground on the week of August 18th. And that's going to take approximately 5 weeks for the reconstruction of that. And moving on to reconstruction at CRC, we have been working with 2 contractors to get us pricing for the reconstruction bids. One supplied us with a quote, and staff went through the quote. We found a few things that weren't covered in the scope for the reconstruction, so we've pointed out that to the contractor. The contractor did give us the quote just before the meeting, so staff has to go through that again. However, one of the other contractors we were working with, unfortunately, has become unresponsive. So we pivoted, got another contractor on site, did a walkthrough. So we should have another quote, a second quote, within 2.5 weeks to review that too. The CRC solar, we're still waiting with ComEd. They've been very difficult to get a date pinpointed down to do the cutover. So I've actually reached out in addition to our contractor to put some additional pressure on them to get a finalized date. So hopefully we have that soon so we can do that and finish that project up. Over the last month in the Parks Division, our staff supported the July 3rd event. They repaired irrigation systems, did some tree work, removed Langdon, some debris from Langdon. We've been having some debris wash up on shore that we've been taking care of as of regularly. One thing that we did, our new horticulturist worked with staff. They designed a rain garden at Forest Park, and staff designed and implemented that over there to help with stormwater and support pollinators there. So that area has been looking really good since they did that. Our building services staff have been continuing on with our HVAC preventative maintenance. As you're aware, it's been very hot this summer, so they've been making sure our HVAC has been working. They've also supported Safety Town. We set that up, so that was up and fully operational. They've been working on completing some necessary pool repairs. They did construct a temporary chipper box, so that way our park staff could take care of the those storms that we had last month, so that way they could go chip and take care of the down trees and debris. Additionally, they've continued on with bottle fill stations and our LED retrofit throughout the park district. With that, I'll take any questions.
Where are the new bottle fill stations?
At the golf course.
Oh, great.
So I just want to give a shout out to your crew for the Centennial repair that happened. I got a very frantic comment from a lifeguard that worked there that was worried that they weren't going to make any more money before they went back to college. And I assured them that it would be repaired in a day, and you guys, made me look good by getting that job done in 24 hours. So thank you very much.
I would definitely echo that comment. Quick question about the CRC restoration timing. I'm over there a fair amount. I wish I could say it's because I was working out, but I'm usually over there walking with my elderly parents. But I do hear questions a lot. I know you're fairly early on in the process. Can you give us any guidance, even a range of time when we think it might be restored?
So as I've said in the past, we were projecting 8 months from time of loss to completion. That could take longer. There have been some, as I said, some challenges with getting some contractors out here to provide bids on scope, because we are also backed up to the school construction, so getting a contractor on site has been challenging for that. So we're thinking about 8 months plus.
Okay. Still about what we thought before. Gotcha.
Correct.
Thank you.
Has any thought been given to the parking lot at the CRC for when the preschool playground is closed and the kids are being brought to the back playground on that parking spot that abuts the crosswalk right by the tennis courts?
Yeah, so we're working with the contractor on how we can accommodate that, because there's also going to be some other construction challenges that take place with when they're doing that. They have to do a shutdown of part of the parking lot for about a half a day or a day to do. They have to bring a crane in to bring the features and put that in. So we'll be working closely with staff and communications, and so that way that the park stays relatively impacted as possible.
Yeah, and I also want to call out there was also some rain gardens built at the park at Elmwood and the train station. We always call it the train park, and I now forgotten what the name. But those they have now kind of reached maturity, and they are beautiful too. They seem to work a lot better than the puddles that used to just always form there in the spring. So
Yeah, that was excellent work in response to a resident's concern about water drainage there too. I'd love to comment on Langdon, which is stunning, and encourage everyone to visit if you have not had a chance. The landscaping is really lovely. I've been a few times over the summer, and everything is growing in. And one of the days that I visited, I saw a gentleman who was walking with the assistance of a walker and a physical therapist, and would not have been possible without the ramp. So I'm so pleased with the way that the program came together. I would ask if there could be some work done to remove the debris from the first 3 feet. If you walk 3 feet until, let's say, 3 feet deep, there's a lot of debris under the water. And I know part of it just dredges up. It's hard to manage, but.
I know we've had that dredged. We've had the contractor before come out and do that, and then our staff has been doing that regularly.
Yeah,
too.
and I know some of the like old pier or
piers.
whatever has
Yeah.
been pulled up, but I was out there and I could feel a metal pole still right by the swim area. I was just a little move over it, and it's like, oh, that feels like the part. So I know.
Yeah, that's definitely
Yeah,
something
and
we'll
just-
continue to monitor
Thank you.
and look into.
I think that's going to be an ongoing challenge
Yeah.
because of the break wall that sticks out. Things will get caught up in there as it gets pushed from the southeast at it. I know prior to construction, there was a lot of debris down there. I remember Ben Wozni going
Absolutely.
out with crews to try and clean stuff up that they could easily at least pick up and put into the boat and whatnot. So, yeah, it's going to be an ongoing challenge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Who's next? Adam. 5-3 golf report. Are you doing well?
I'm doing well. Yeah.
Is it like no one got that as well?
Yeah.
Well joke.
Yeah.
Da-da-da.
We're not good. Yeah, we won't go into too much detail on the well. Again, it seems like everything happens at once, but that's something that's happened in the past. We have a contractor we work with. We feel real good about. We obviously need water. On a positive note, if you play in the next 2 weeks, your drives may get a little more roll, as conditions will be a little firm. So we'll look at a positive there, but we'll get it turned around and get everything watered and in place. Golf reports in the packet, obviously, reporting on rounds. Everything's progressing as expected. Golf course remains extremely busy every day. Outings and events have been busy. Junior tournaments, member guest for our men's club was a huge success again. We did the Al McLean Junior Tournament, which has been happening for 62 years. That was a success again the last week of July. So that went really well. In starting to prepare for the budget and going through some revenues and expenses, the only thing that kind of sticks out from an expense standpoint is repair expenses. We just have had a lot of stuff break this year, from kitchen equipment to dishwashers to skid loaders to it's just been one of those years. So outside of that, there's no real surprises on our end. Budgetary wise, revenues are kind of in line with what we expected. And from a golf maintenance standpoint, it's been really hot and humid, which is not great for golf. Some other courses in the area have been struggling as well. We feel like we're holding up better than most fairways and greens. Spray applications, staying on top of hand watering and doing different things to ward off disease. So pretty happy with the condition of the course. All things considered, everything's going well. I did put a picture of, we have had these, we're always doing different robots. We have these new ones. It's called a Nexmo, and there's 3 of them, and they're smaller, and they work in tandem together, which is kind of interesting. And of the ones we've had, our superintendent seems to think that this could be the best brand that we've used. It seems to be working fairly well. So I included a picture of that. That's something we'll just try probably for the remainder of this month and move on from that standpoint. Any other questions about golf or anything else we can cover?
Thank you. Thank you, Adam. Superintendent Merrill, recreation report, please. Then, would you like to introduce?
Well, I'm the opening act. I'll save him.
Okay.
Thank you, Kara. Appreciate you, my time here and your time here and working with you. So we will miss you. I'd also like to thank the operations team and parks and planning team for the communication that we've had working together, putting back together the CRC. We all play a different role in this, and we've been working really well together to get this process. Even though it's going to be long, there are steps that we can take along the way, and it's been helpful for us to all really work together through that process. So that's been great. I'd like to just note that our staff, our seasonal staff, or all of our full-time staff that get crunched in the season, which we're in, have been mindful of themselves, and they've been taking time off. And if you get to the beach or the lakefront or the pool, sometimes you don't see Sarah or Rochelle at the pool, and sometimes you don't see Meg or Connor or Emin, because they've actually worked together to not be there all the time everywhere, which has been healthy and good, and everything's still running well. So it proves to us all that they can do it and we can do it. So the staff has been mindful. Our summer camp staff, everybody that oversees summer camp all the time, they've all been able to take little bits of time to step away and recharge, which I think has been very healthy. Our summer camps, everybody has a summer camp in Wilmette. Like, all of my staff has a summer camp. We're all over the place. You all know that. The month of July is full on summer in Wilmette, and it's been cool to watch our camps work together on things, coordinating things, working with parks and planning for transportation. You guys probably have no idea how many little transportation snafus happen, per day. Like, this kid, where's this kid supposed to go? That's okay. We'll get him there. We'll take care of it. We'll get him in the right spot. And they've been doing that all summer, which has been very cool. Great to see. The big collaboration for this summer was on July 3rd. Rather than send our camps down to the lakefront and get them in the mix of all the planning and everything, our sports staff put together a bash at Highcrest. So we got everybody away from the lake. We brought multiple camps in there together, had a big cookout. They all did things together, and camps intermingled. And it was a cool way to see different camps under different supervisors all working together for a cool day for kids. My kid was there. I know what he went through, and they all had a good time. So that's been great. To touch on the debris issue at Langdon, yes, we are well aware. Our staff, aside from Josh's staff pitching in and helping out, our staff, the kids that work down there get in the water and they find things, and sometimes they pull them out. But it is an ongoing process, and we are vigilant about that, and we know how important it is. July 3rd, we talked a little bit about July 3rd in June because it had just happened. Since then, we've had 3 wrap-up meetings with the various constituents that participated in July 3rd, the village being our big partner in that, the police, public works, fire. We had a great wrap-up meeting. Like, our whole staff, our whole team got together, and we kind of just talked about what went well, what we can consider for next year. General consensus among that group was we couldn't ask for a smoother event. By the estimation that the police used for judging crowds at the event, it was a smaller event than we might have seen in the past. Could have been related to timing, just because of the way the day fell in the week and people's travel plans. But regardless, it made it a great, very smooth event. We had a follow-up conversation with the people that played a role in getting the busing going with PACE, community leaders, the village. We talked about what went well, and what we need to do moving forward to do that again in some version next year, to find out what the needs really are in the community about how we move forward with that stuff. And then finally, we have, with the help of our marketing program, marketing department, if it hasn't gone out yet, it will be going out shortly, a survey about July 3rd, what people's thoughts and inputs were for the event, and then what we might use moving forward for next year for the planning of that, which is on a Friday, which is the official holiday, which again changes the entire dynamic of what the event could be for our staff and for the community in general. But if you don't have any, or if you do have any questions about the remainder or the report, if not, I'm going to turn the microphone over to TJ Bechtold. He was our summer intern this summer. So we created a summer internship program, and we scoured the world for the best intern we could get, and we found him. He's been great. He is in his last week, so Friday is his last day. He will tell you more about himself and where he's going, but he's done a really great job. He's chipped in everywhere. Everyone from in our world really loved interacting with him. I feel like he's gotten a lot out of it. But I think we've gotten a lot out of getting to learn from him and what a critical role he played in setting our path forward to having summer interns. So without further ado, TJ Bechtold.
I save applause. We'll see how it goes.
Thank you, Dave. Hi, everyone. So I'm the summer recreation intern. I graduated from Oakton College, where I spent my first 2 years of school, and I also was a part of the men's basketball team there. Now I'm transferring to U of I, where I will be studying sports management. So I just wanted to tell you guys what my internship has involved and how it has helped me with my career path and goals. So I've been involved with a wide variety of different events and camps throughout my time here. I was in charge of all the key fobs for all the staff for the camps and the supervisors. I got the opportunity to direct my own basketball camp for first through third graders, which was very fun. In addition to that, was also working with a bunch of other camps, such as the camp at Great Gilson, sports camp, after camp swim, pirate tennis at Centennial, and more. I've worked in the preschool with ECC multiple times. Every Tuesday, I officiate the Rec League beach volleyball games at Gilson. Probably the most fun day, though, was July 3rd, when I got the opportunity to plan, manage, and run a sports event with Dave. It was 2 hours, involved a throwing accuracy challenge, golf challenge, sack race, and 3-leg race. And then I worked the rest of the night there, too, so I really got to see how a big event like that is operated by you guys. I worked the camp out at Gilson, which was also very fun, and currently am planning a sports section for the block party in September. Over the summer, I worked directly with over 600 kids through the Park District's events and camps. So I'm studying sports management because I want to either become a coach, a data analyst, or a sports manager. And this position has been very beneficial to me with giving me an opportunity to have an up-close experience with the whole Park District's side of recreation and everything and everyone that it takes to run smoothly. I was shown the management side of sports and rec and how you keep track of so many kids and camps all at once. I'm very appreciative to have given the opportunity to run my camp. I was able to develop and expand my skills as a coach, so I really appreciated that. Also, this internship has helped me personally, I think, with my confidence, communication skills, and interpersonal skills as well. I've been a part of so many very cool experiences during my time here, and I really enjoyed the internship. I want to thank especially Dave, but everyone for letting me join you guys this summer. And if you ever want or need me back, I'd be happy to help out wherever I can.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions? I mean, well done, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, very well done. Thank you so much for your
service. And I had no idea what you were doing. I mean, sorry, I think it's great. You've had a busy summer, and you presented it excellent. We thank you for joining us. It sounds like you've been a real asset, and good luck with everything. So really appreciate it.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate
great
that.
presentation. I used to teach at Oakton a long time ago. It's a great place, but they're lucky to have you as a graduate. Well done.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Thank you.
All right, now we. Oh, tough act to follow. Operations report. Superintendent Thomas.
Okay. Awesome. So just a couple things I wanted to highlight from my report. I will continue to talk about Block Party. This will maybe be the last one you hear about until I tell you the recap, but coming up again on September 6th. So that's really been a lot of what my heart has been pouring into recently. You've all been there or seen the pictures or heard about it. We've secured almost $40,000 in sponsorships for the event, which is really, really exciting. We have our top lead sponsor, Heil & Heil, is an insurance agency, and they're really excited to be part of the event. We still have people that are calling in, questioning if there's still room in the kids zone or still availability to have a tent up, which is awesome. So the kids zone is open from noon to 4 p.m. We have over 25 booths that will be along Central Avenue, right? I always get confused if it's street or avenue. Central Avenue. We'll have at least 12 performances on the kids zone stage, which is awesome. We have 3 bands on the main stage, and we just added in a drumline performance from the Rhythm Messengers. So Tom Benko is a teacher at New Trier High School, and he is the one that kind of is in charge of the drum line of the kids that have come out and performed. So him and a few of adults are going to be out there near the main stage this year as an addition with some LED is the theme that I'm going with this year. So they'll have some LED drums and will be a lot of fun, a fun new addition there. We have 10 food vendors with still more coming. And then we have 15 sponsors that will actually be lined up in the sponsor zone on Wilmette Avenue. So a lot going on. Ashley Siegel from the Village, their new special event coordinator, she works part-time, but she's been my light at the end of the tunnel, helping out a ton. So just another way that we collaborate with our other units of local government. So she's been wonderful to work with, along with all their parks, public works, and all the other people that go into this event. So still room to volunteer if any of you guys are interested. I will continue to talk about that. And then other things outside of the block party. A lot of short-term performance discussions have been going on, so we definitely want all of our staff to fill out and complete their end of the year evaluation so that we know who's coming back, who's still available, if we still have a pool of people to choose from when we're still hiring for all of our after-school programs this season. So turning those over, lots of hiring going on, and we now have a LinkedIn account that's actually active. So Mariana and Eric are collaborating together to boost the views and the articles and things that we're sharing on there. So if you see stuff, feel free to like it and reshare it. We'll be putting job postings up there and sharing out just the more professional side of things on that social media avenue. We're also updating our emergency response plan. So Paulette has really dove in and been working very, very hard on that. We had one that was very, very outdated, and a crisis improvement plan, I think it was called, and it's old. And this one is brand new. It has links in it. It has all the details right at staff's fingertips in case there is ever an emergency. So we're working through even things such as a media crisis team and who's on that and how do we notify the board and how does the board respond to us and all the open meetings act violations that we don't want to happen, but everybody wants to know what's going on. So we're working through all those little pieces that seem little but are very big in case something were to happen. Marketing communications. I don't know if anybody's tried out the new search feature on our website. I was Googling a couple things like my name and realizing way back when I was a programmer, I put my name in all of my program keyword searches so that I could make sure all of my programs showed up okay on the web. And we've come so far in all of our technology at this point that I need to talk to somebody on how to remove all of those. But I was like, oh goodness, Harper After School Club. Like that was a long time ago, but it's really nice how it breaks down in different sections of the website. So whether it's in a board packet or in the news or an event. So it's brand new. If you guys try it out and you're having issues with it or anybody in the community, we'd love to hear it because whether you're searching for something and it's not coming up, that's the only way we're going to know that it's not working. So we feel like we've tested it, but if you're testing it out and feel like it's missing something, please don't hesitate to reach out. The village and the park district collaborated together on the compost drop-off program. We are finally launching it. So on July 31st, all the 5 locations started. There's compost signs. There's 2 bins. Our 2 locations are Centennial and Thornwood Park. So hopefully people are using those, and we're really excited to start seeing how full they get. And I don't know if any of you compost at your house, but if not, please feel free to utilize those services. You can also find bins at the Linden parking lot, Public Works, and the Metra Poplar parking lot. So that's really exciting. And again, more collaboration. So that's all I have, unless you guys have any follow-up questions.
Well, congrats on the website. I know those are heavy lifts, and little wins are big in this regard. I know that one of the things I've enjoyed about the search feature on a website is that it helps you find programming ideas, things that people expect they might find, but they aren't there yet. So maybe some hidden gems that'll be uncovered.
Yeah, uncover them, and if you don't, tell me.
Well, maybe someone's looking for a sport we didn't consider yet. Maybe that's a new
I see what you're saying.
idea.
Something that they're searching for that isn't popping up.
Yeah.
I wonder if
The
we can track
unbelievable
the searches.
Mahjong craze that's happening.
I don't know how to play.
Trapeze classes.
Exactly. Acrobatics. Yeah.
Mahjong is provided.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Well, now we know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go Google that when I see what comes
Needle
up.
pointing.
Oh,
Thanks.
underwater basket weaving, anybody? All right.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
5.6, Superintendent Foy.
Hi, everyone. Everything related to the financials we went through during the COW. We're running about $3 million over budget through June. About 1.7 million of that is related to unspent capital that has been spent in July and August. So you'll see that it's going to catch up pretty quickly. The remainder is a positive surplus variance. And I'm not, like I said earlier, I'm not expecting that we have any material positive variances except for what we're going to see in miscellaneous revenue. And maybe by the end of this year, it might be $500,000. So I'll keep you guys posted. I'm working on the projection now for that. So we'll see what that comes in at. I think the big news is probably related to electric expense. I had mentioned in the COW that we were budgeting for a 28% increase in the commodity, which of course didn't happen. We budgeted for a 20% increase in the delivery, which is going to happen next month. 21%, I believe, is what's going to hit. So as the bills are coming in, I'll be able to get a better projection of where we're going to wind up next year. And then since we've locked into a 2-year electric contract, we might have a much tighter budget based on what we know this year. I'm hoping, at least. Thing that I thought was interesting is what's also contributing to our positive variance in electricity is we are down in usage about 11.15% through all of our buildings. And I'm expecting that the usage is going to continue to decrease as the solar panels are, being utilized, and we're waiting for our solar community project to start giving us some credits. I haven't seen any of that yet. I'm expecting that to start picking up in September. As I get more information on that, I'll let you know.
So
Okay.
do you think the the changeover to LED lights has also contributed to that, drop in usage?
It absolutely did. So the first analysis I did was to compare the first 6 months of last year to the first 6 months of this year. So I'm going to be watching. I'm now building the rest of 2024, so we know where we were before we changed over the lights, and then I can see what they look like going in through the first 6 months. And I'll have that. I should have that done shortly. It's been a very, very busy couple of weeks for me, but I'm working on that next. Okay. We got some other finance projects going on. I'm trying to move the P card to Fifth Third Bank from JP Morgan. And I think it's going to be done in September. I thought if we could get it done before summer, we would do that because it's just a lot of pressure on the rec department. So I figured September might be a little more breathing time for everyone to get their P cards all set up, for next year. I have finished the RFP for audit services. This is something that we've been doing, I guess, every 3 years or so. It has been a while since we've done it last. It's time for us to just take a look and see that what we're paying is sort of market for what we're getting. I do want to go on record stating that I really like our auditors. I think our auditors are very easy to work with. They've taught me almost everything that I know related to government accounting, so I'm very grateful to them for that. It'd be interesting to see what happens when we get the proposals back. My favorite topic, Illinois unclaimed property. So we're moving along on that. All of the notices went out to people who have checks that they have not cashed. I also send checks to people who have not cashed their checks in the last 2 months. So I go back 3 years. I'm always sending reminders so that we're not looking at sending a lot of checks back. My first year here, it was 100+ checks that we had to send back to the state. I'm looking at 7 checks right now this year. So maybe we'll get a few more of those reissued. Bless you. As we all know, the county property tax bills have not been sent out yet. I did find out that the firm that is helping them with their technology implementation is the same firm that we use our GL system from. So I have not had the issues with the GL product that we use. It is interesting to see what's happening at the county. All right. As soon as I know when the bills are going to go out, I'll let you know. They have a detailed project plan on when testing is supposed to happen. They still don't have a date for when it's going to go live. And this is to take it, the second billing of the year is taking into account like exemptions and all of that stuff that calculates what the true bill should be. The first bill of the year is just 55% of last year. So that's an easy calculation. That's why those always seem to go out on time. It's the second part of the billing that's difficult. And then the MWRD. So we lease some property from the MWRD, and then we have to report financial information related to that. But we also sublease that information to Canal Shores. And the information is supposed to get to the MWRD by 7/31. I sent one piece of it because we did have that. I'm waiting for their financials to get approved. Last I heard, it's going to be at their August board meeting. And as soon as I have that, then our responsibilities to the MWRD for this year, 2024, will be complete. All right. There's been some stuff going on with IT. They're always busy, updating things and getting things working for everybody here. There's a camera project that IT is working on that I want to see get finished because that's another project that began in 2020, and we're going to try and get that over the finish line this year. And that's it for me. I just want to say thank you to Kara. I appreciate the questions that you give me and the ideas that you give me. You have made me think about things differently because as I do my job, I want to think about the information that is going to be helpful to the board. So you have helped me with that over the last couple of years, and I just want to say thank you and good luck to you, in your new endeavor. I don't know how much that's changing. Does anybody have any questions for me? Awesome.
Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you. Sure.
That finishes item 5.0. We're moving on to 6.0, unfinished business, the consideration of competitive bid for vehicle lift. Executive Director Lindgren, please describe.
All right, so our current lift is reaching at the end of its useful life. It's actually at the end of its useful life. And so Josh and his team have sourced a comparable lift and in hopes to get this moving fairly quickly. This is part of a joint purchase contract, so we're able to move this forward. This is a already competitively bid process for those that don't know what that process is like. So we have competitive bids. He actually got a couple different competitive bid contract prices. This is about $20,000 less, I think, than the other one, which is a little surprising, but positive. We believe this is a good value, and this is a kind of a must-have purchase for us, and allows us to service our vehicles, especially as we get into the winter. It becomes critical for us to be able to work on the equipment and get it up off the ground.
Quick question, Commissioner Duffy. Should I have done a motion there first?
I don't know.
No, I just wasn't sure.
No.
Procedurally, we need a motion before discussion, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so.
Just the tee-up. That was the tee-up.
Yeah, that's the tee-up. Can I get a motion to approve the recommendation of competitive bid for an automotive lift for $79,897?
So moved.
Right?
I'll second.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
And discussion. Anyone, any questions for, this is a must-have, so.
And
Right,
we
I think
discussed it at the committee of the whole, last
Correct.
committee of the whole. So,
All right, can we call the roll?
Yes. Commissioner Kozlowskis.
Yes.
Commissioner Duffy.
Yes.
Commissioner Goebel.
Yes.
Commissioner Clark.
yes.
Commissioner Murdoch.
Yes.
Commissioner Frazier.
Yes. Commissioner
Commissioner Leahy.
Yes.
Motion is approved.
All right, thank you. On to 7.0, new business. So in the packet is a memo from myself to the board from about 2 weeks ago that it discusses a board vacancy process. Kara, would we like to talk about this now? Let's go over this real quick. Does anyone have any questions about I'll read it real quick. To prepare for the potential vacancy, this draft calendar and process are provided for discussion at the August 11th board meeting. The 2021 vacancy process followed prior precedent, produced a good outcome, and provides the backbone for the 2025 process. Upon declaring a vacancy, the board manual states we publish notice, accept applications, and conduct interviews to fill the position. The appointment is made by a majority vote of remaining commissioners. There's no deadline, statutory or internal, to fill the vacancy. But the last two vacancies were on roughly the same timeline, early August, completed by October, so around 8 weeks. The person appointed will serve until the next regularly scheduled election for that position following the appointment, at which point a candidate will be elected to complete the remainder of the term. Just for further explanation, that's something we really checked on. If there is a vacancy in 15 minutes or tomorrow or whatever, and we fill that person would then fulfill the end of the until 2027. So for the avoidance of doubt, we would have 4 2027 terms ending for a 4-year term, and then one midterm for 2029 to get back on cycle. Applicants must be registered voters in Wilmette and must have resided in Wilmette for at least 1 year prior to the appointment, as required by Illinois law. In 2021, applicants submitted a resume, references, and written responses to a series of questions. Based on commissioner feedback, we would use the same application with no changes. And then there's a calendar that aims to, at minimum, provide an update on the 28th of September as where we are. The board, if we agree tonight or reach consensus, we will publish an online application likely tomorrow with paper copies available at Village Hall. Submissions will be collected by Michelle, our executive assistant, and compiled review in early September. Any questions from the board?
As you said, past precedent, it's worked in the past. This looks great.
Great. Seeing no questions, I believe that's consensus, and so we'll begin that process tomorrow if there's a vacancy. Commissioner Kozlowskis. We'll move to 7.2, consideration of adoption resolution, but we're going to lead with you.
Yes, it's definitely with mixed emotions that today I submitted a letter of resignation to the Park Board effective tomorrow. So tonight will be my last official meeting here. My family is moving out of the village, and this came as a rather quick decision, but things lined up. It's a great opportunity for our family. The hardest part about this decision has been preparing for tonight and saying goodbye to this position. As much as I would love to remain at this desk, it's the right thing to do to pass this seat on to someone who will fully reside here and participate in the day-to-day of Wilmette life. Although I won't be that far, I will still be involved in the community and around frequently, and happy to lend a hand wherever needed. Serving on this board has been an incredible privilege, very rewarding. We've accomplished a lot together as a board. It's been unique that we've been able to stay together beyond an initial term. I'm thankful for the commitment of each and every one of you and for the tireless effort of staff in this district. Again, this happened quickly. As I've wandered the parks in the last couple of weeks, reflecting, I'm truly proud of everything we've accomplished. And Walter mentioned it well tonight. Langdon is beautiful, walking down that stretch to the beautiful, refreshed Lakeview Center, to seeing so many patrons enjoying South Beach today in an atmosphere that is beautiful, less visually obstructive, seems to be calm. And I was just so proud to see that, having weathered quite a season of community input process to get to that point. I'm proud that our district listened, responded, and landed on an outcome that I think is going to serve this community well into the future. There's a lot of other things that have happened in this tenure, but overall, I know it's the staff that's behind it all. And so to the staff, I want to say you are the heart of this district. Keep pushing forward, keep innovating, keep leading. I know, Chris, you've just started. I'm sorry we can't spend more time together, but you have the talent on your team to drive and set the standard for the parks and recreation across the industry. And I look forward to hearing the great things that Wilmette Park District will be doing. As I said, my role here is ending, but my connection is not. I'll be cheering you on from the sidelines. I'm proud of what we've done together and even prouder of what's yet to come.
Yeah.
And I challenge you all to become notable board members next year.
Yes.
Well, you are a hard act to follow, ma'am, and I just want to thank you for your unwavering service. It was a pleasure to get to know you as a colleague and a board member. I admired the rigor, the professionalism. We all bring perspectives from our walks of life, and I feel that you helped us elevate. I appreciate that you set the standard for achieving the distinguished board member, and that's a goal we all should have. You've also asked us to pursue as a district accreditation. We have a director who I think can help us achieve that. Guidance of our hiring process and many, many other projects that will be read in a resolution that's included in the minutes. And even though, you had the potential or could, in the course of relocating and commuting for work, find a way to serve. I know you understand that the community needs that full-time presence. I so applaud you. I wish you and your family the best. I wish you the best, Caroline, as you start college. So thank you for everything you've done for us.
My pleasure. Kara, I remember running with each other and meeting you and just thinking, my goodness, this woman will outrun anyone out there, from the number of signs out in the community to seeing you drive around town with your name. You, from the moment I met you, have worked twice as hard as anyone I've ever met. And that extended its way, especially through your presidency, during, I think, some of the most challenging times that this district has faced. And as we enter a new era with Chris at the helm, you are behind every major decision that was made for the benefit and betterment of our district. It was truly a privilege to work with you. I learned so much from you. I consider you a friend, and I wish you the best.
And I guess I'm just going to repeat. I don't know what I'm saying, because I just repeat what everyone else said. So I've really enjoyed working with you these last few years, and really have admired your leadership, and have been very thankful for the leadership in many ways. So we really are going to miss you.
So sad to see you go. I mean, it's a tremendous loss for the district. I think I've said it many times that I think you're incredibly bright, incredibly hardworking, and incredibly organized. And you've done so much for the district, and I'm really sad to see you go. But good luck.
Without repeating anything, I would just like to say you set a standard that will hard for anybody to achieve. So thank you very much. You've been a great board member. You were an awesome president, and you led us through some very challenging times. So thank you so much. I'll miss you around town. I'll miss seeing your husband at the golf course. But best of luck in your future. I think it was a great decision for you. So
Very excited for you and your family. How you've balanced our requests during all this with real estate snafus and emphasizing transparency, even the difficult decisions, like still trying to manage everything and keeping us front of mind or near it. It shows the care and respect you have for this role in the community. I think thanks to Rick and your children are in order for the sacrifices they made on your behalf, the hours you spent here, hours at home, hours on the phone, because you committed to this role and there's a job to be done. So I do not think the community, what am I doing crying? This is stupid. I do not think the community will ever fully appreciate the work you put in, but your family does, and I wanted to thank them.
Hear, hear.
So you are a person of tremendous faith, something I truly envy, and faith finds common ground. Faith creates patience. Faith allows persistence. And faith is the purest motivation to serve, which you've done so well, and we will sincerely miss it. So thank you for all you've done. So can I get a motion, and then I will do some reading?
I will move to approve the resolution 2025 R4, recognizing the service of Kara KOSLOSKUS.
I'll second.
Wilmette Park District Resolution 2025 R4, a resolution commemorating the contributions of Kara KOSLOSKUS. Whereas Kara KOSLOSKUS has faithfully served on the Board of Commissioners of the Wilmette Park District since May of 2021 and has, during her term of office, served as president for 2 years and vice president for 2 years. And whereas Kara KOSLOSKUS was instrumental as a park commissioner in the Langdon Shoreline Protection Project, the golf cart pathway, pickleball courts at community playfields, and Hayward Park, the 1 mile run and restroom pavilion at community playfields, the Gilson Roadway improvements, the Lakeview Center renovation, electric car chargers, the golf club restoration and renovation, platform tennis club expansion, center fitness club upgrades, CRC solar panels, the Key Nature Center path restoration and nature play equipment, Maple Park playground renovation, the inaugural comprehensive and strategic plan, the inaugural sustainability plan, and the purchase of property at Big Tree Lane. And whereas Kara KOSLOSKUS has been very responsive to the citizens of Wilmette with regard to their desires and concerns pertaining to the Park District projects and has selflessly served to provide remarkable Park District facilities and programs for the community. And whereas the Park Board of Commissioners and the community at large wish to recognize the excellent and dedicated services and accomplishments of Kara KOSLOSKUS during her tenure on the Board of Commissioners of the Wilmette Park District, now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners of the Wilmette Park District, on behalf of all Wilmette residents and the users of the Wilmette Park District facilities, does hereby acknowledge and pay tribute to Kara KOSLOSKUS for her contributions to parks and recreation in Wilmette, and that we may express our sincere thanks and respect for her, and be it further resolved that a copy of this testimonial resolution shall be duly executed and included and preserved in meeting minutes of the Board of Commissioners of the Wilmette Park District, and that original of this resolution shall be presented to Kara KOSLOSKUS, passed and approved this 11th day of August 2025.
Ta-da.
Can we clap one more time?
Yeah.
Thank you all. It's truly been so much fun and such a privilege.
We have on the agenda, or at least in the packet, a closed session, which we are.
We still have to.
We do have to call the roll. Call the roll.
Got it. Commissioner KOSLOSKUS.
Abstain.
Commissioner Duffy.
Yes.
Commissioner Goebel.
Yes.
Commissioner Clark.
Yes.
Commissioner Murdoch.
Absolutely.
Commissioner Frazier.
Yes.
Commissioner Leahy.
Yes.
Motion is approved.
Motion passes. Thank you, Kara. As I was saying, the agenda has a closed session. We are foregoing that for now. So moving on to 8.0.
Move to adjourn the regular board meeting of the Board of Park Commissioners on this August 11, 2025.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye.